So we just finished chapter 3. Now, I just finished chapter 4, but before we get into chapter 4, there is some side content in chapter 3. I would love to get into it with you guys. But this time is I'm gonna be doing this a little more different. I'm gonna be commentating over the boss fights. So I feel like that should be a little bit more entertaining. I am gonna have music behind it as well, because I feel like that's a little bit more entertaining than just showing you guys the boss fight and just playing some music in the back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into it. Now, the first thing what you want to do is that you want to go to the Forest of Fallacy. Now, this is going to be one of the first bosses. I don't know what level you guys are, but you guys going to need to go to the Forest of Fallacy, and you guys need to talk to this dead corpse. Okay, that's a weird way of wording it, but just just talk to it, okay? Just trust me on this one, alright? Now, after you finish talking to it and they go through like all the cutscenes, they're gonna give you this item, and you can actually shortcut this item. I didn't know this before, but you can actually shortcut, you know what I'm saying, like certain items. And listen, and the reason why I'm saying you guys should shortcut it, because I know you guys don't want to do it right now. You guys probably want to explore and so grab chests and gain XP and etc, etc. But this item is very important because like you want to see this character in this form. This is the only way that it's gonna work, and I just love how they incorporate like little things like this. Like, you need to be in this form, you need to do this, you need to do that, and it's just like it's very like, okay, this is some game of the year stuff. And secret boss, like the way that they do these secret bosses, like it's just so cool, man. Now after that, you want to go to the Thunderclap Temple, and you want to turn left, and you want to keep on going straight, and it should be like a temple. And once you get there, you want to see him in the fox form. You have to see him fox, wolf, whatever, I don't care at this point. You want to see him in like the dog form, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, you will get the secret boss and some stuff you probably didn't know about both of the characters. But yeah, man.
A ghost wants you dead already. For years, I've prayed you'd find peace. Still you come to take my life in penance against yours. You wouldn't understand my agony when I took your life. The Buddha sees no such vengeance. I shall usher you to the beyond once more.
Alright, so this boss right here, man, he's not really that hard. And I know a lot of people are gonna talk about like how I play, like, oh my god, all you do is spam abilities. I mean, yeah, because the abilities are in the game literally. And I heard like one YouTuber say like some weird shit like, I don't want to beat him in like this form. I want to beat him in my natural state. And I'm just like, bro, they put these abilities in the game for a reason. They didn't put these abilities in the game for you to be like, oh my god, I'm not gonna use this. I want to be him as Wukong. Like, no, Wukong, uses these abilities. Wukong, he can turn into lizards and dragons and snakes. Like, he would definitely try to beat this enemy like this. He would definitely try to use his abilities, to his advantage to try to win the fight. but like you want to have pride, and like it's just so stupid with me. I don't save my abilities, so I'm not saying I use all of my abilities, but you know what I'm saying, like I definitely use like some of my main abilities, like immobilizer, cloud step. I think in my opinion, like I feel like rock solid is like really dope, but it's only dope for like certain fights, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't, what I'm saying, just just spam out, a rock solid like in like your first playthrough or like whatever, unless if there's a fight where you need to use rock solid, and I don't think I have came across like a fight like that. But yeah, man. But again, this fight is pretty easy. I just go through him. A lot of people might say that I am over leveled. I did have a little bit too much fun with this. I did have a little bit of fun. Here's another boss. This boss shouldn't be too difficult to like, get to, or too difficult to like defeat. But you wanna go in this area, you know, and what you wanna do, you wanna go in this area, and you wanna keep on running forward, and like there should be like some enemies like right around this area. So, and after you defeat the enemies, like there's gonna be a man. You're gonna talk to the man a few times, and listen, I messed up on this a few times, but talk to him a few times. Talk to him until like he starts saying like the same thing. Like that's what you want to do, because I remember I was talking to him once, and then after that I went to the area where he was supposed to be, and then of course he wasn't there, and I had to go back and talk to him like a few more times. So talk to him a few times before going into like the next area. Now after that, you want to go to the Towers of Karma, and he should be right around this area. And what you want to do after that, you want to use the Ring of Fire. This ability to me is so useless, and look, I haven't really leveled it up to the point where this ability would be like really good or whatever. But guys, let me know if this ability is actually really dope, because the Ring of Fire has to be one of the most trashes abilities of all time. Like maybe it's useful. I haven't really experimented with that, but yeah. But after you use the Ring of Fire, like he's gonna do like this whole. There's gonna be like this whole crazy cinematic entrance, and he's gonna say, "Oh my God, I'm cold," and "Oh my God, you should meet the baby, in this area." Like he's trying to lure you into like some bullshit. I'm spoiling. Am I spoiling? Is this a spoil? This is a spoil. I'm gonna put it in anyway. You guys knew what you guys were getting into. You know what I'm saying? Now, after that, you want to go to the Brooks of Bliss. Now, listen. Talk to him a few times. Talk to him if I quote him. Talk to him a few times, because I talked to him one time. I went to the area and the boss fight didn't start. Talk to him a few times. Now, after you talk to him a few times, you want to go to the Brooks of Bliss, and I'm just gonna show you guys like how you get there exactly. I'm just running and running and running and running and running. I'm gonna cut this up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna, like baby y'all a little bit. So I'm gonna cut it up each by little, by little, by little. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. All right, and it should be in this general area. And yeah, here's the boss fight.
Time and again I tested you, and I saw nothing but gullible goodness. Our brother does misjudge as well. It requires no effort to trick you. You will never be the destined one. Let me help you end your sorry life.
Now this boss fight, I definitely had a little bit of trouble with him. Not because he's a hard boss fight, but he's a very annoying boss fight. You guys all know boss fights when they will have those DMs. And if you guys don't know what a DM is, a DM is basically when a boss can just do a crazy attack and you can't hit him. You can't attack them. You can't use any special ability to get them out of that attack or whatever. Like, you just need to just dodge. That's what you need to do. Like, that's essentially what a DM is, and it is the most stupidest thing. Well, it's not really stupid, you know what I'm saying? It's really just challenging like the player. But this boss fight, it wasn't really annoying. It wasn't really annoying. It was annoying. It wasn't hard. It was just annoying to deal with. To just deal with like his his rings and shit, bro. And it's just like, okay. And but I really do appreciate the boss fight, because you do end up getting like a really cool ability, and that ability is called the Spellbinder ability. So I think with a lot of these secret bosses, I really do recommend you guys to try your best to like do everything, because like a lot of these abilities, they're really gonna really help you out. And of course the XP, the main part is the XP, because like you don't want to be fighting like these later bosses and be super under leveled, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna be a little bit buff, you know what I'm saying? Like you wanna be a little bit stronger than you was before. Not buff like super strong, but like, you know what I'm saying, you wanna be stronger than you was before, to at least put up like a decent fight, like against like a lot of these enemies that these developers are throwing at you guys, you know what I'm saying? Don't be the type of player that's just trying to speed blitz through everything, you know what I'm saying? Explore, have fun, you know what I'm saying? Experience the game. And of course, and when you're actually are trying to have fun and actually experience the game, like, and actually enjoy it, the game actually rewards you for it, you know what I'm saying? It's not like a Spider-Man 2 where like you're trying to experience the game and you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, explore, and the game gives you jack shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's basic Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man doesn't reward you when it comes to anything, but this game does. When you explore, the game rewards you. When you go for look for shit, the game rewards you, and that's something I feel like a lot of games these days is really missing, for real. So for this next boss, this boss is definitely one of the more harder bosses, because like he is hard. And when I mean he is hard, he is very difficult. But first, you need to talk to this guy. You need to go to this area, and you need to run in this area. You need to talk to the lizard. I imagine you guys are probably gonna go back when you guys finish your chapter, but you know what I'm saying, it's whatever. So, but after you talk to him, like, he's gonna show you this weird scroll. He's gonna put you in the scroll, and it's gonna be like the secret, crazy big hideout. And there's gonna be a tiger, and you just need to go to the tiger and challenge him. And yeah, he's definitely a crazy one for sure. How do I explain this boss fight exactly? I would explain it like this. You definitely need to take your time with him. And what I mean by you need to take your time with him is like, he's like a souls, like a really souls type of boss. So of course you really need to watch his attacks and dodge and dodge. The devs knew that a lot of players are gonna get away with like spamming dodge roll, just spamming it out. So of course they gave us like some bosses where of course the boss is just like, okay, you're not gonna, you know, just spam dodge roll. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to take your time with these fights, you know what I'm saying? You need to actually understand the boss and understand the fight, you know what I'm saying? If you want to defeat him, you know what I'm saying? So you're not going to defeat this boss by just spamming out dodge roll, you know what I'm saying? And another thing, they also got rid of the whole immobilizer with this fight. So like, you can't really like use a mobilizer. So then again, the devs knew that the player was gonna spam out a mobilizer and try to defeat the boss like that. So of course, and actually you actually get punished for using a mobilizer. I don't know if the Ring of Fire is useful. I imagine it isn't, but do not use a mobilizer, you know what I'm saying? And if you do use it, like, you're probably gonna get off like maybe like one hit, and that's it. You can use your summons. You can definitely get away with using your summons, but you just have to use it in like a smart way. This fight is definitely one of those well, to be honest, I didn't really have a tough time with this fight. The first time I fought him, I actually beat him first try. Actually, I'm not even lying to you. I literally beat him first try. I don't really have the footage, but trust me, I beat him first try. But he's really hard, because like the second time I fought him, and the reason why I fought him a second time, because I was playing for mainly thumbnails. But the second time I fought him, man, I was just like, wow, this fight, when you're not over level, he's actually kind of tough. And I had a little bit of trouble with him, but you know, it just took me like a few tries to really get him down. Like a lot of these tiger fights are like souls type of fights, and you really have to like take your time with them. So now this area has like a really cool boss fight. A lot of people might get annoyed with this boss fight. I know I'm Dante, got really annoyed with this guy. But you want to go here, and when you get here, instead of turning left, you want to turn right, and you want to keep on going forward until you see some type of stairs. And it's, you know, you guys should see like some turtle statues, and you guys should see this area like right here, and you want to go up to this statue right there, and you should see the boss pop up. And this boss fight is definitely like an interesting one for sure. This boss fight, now the reason why he is so annoying to some people, especially like people like Dante and all these other YouTubers, is because he has an ability where he freezes like the whole ground. Now look, on this file, I am super over leveled. I am very much over leveled for this boss fight. So like, to me, he's like a mini boss, but to like a lot of other people, he's like a really hard boss. So like, you guys are probably gonna have a hard time with him. But my best advice would probably to use the thrust stance. I wouldn't try to cheese it like that, but I would have to say use the thrust stance, and when he freezes like the whole ground, I guess back up, and I guess charge your thrust stance. I mean, like, that's the only way that of course I can think of taking him out. But overall, he's not really, he really shouldn't be too hard for you guys. I guess use red tides. Like red tides like can really help you out. But he's a pretty decent boss, and I imagine his summon is pretty strong as well. Now there's this spear that you guys can get. Now after you finish the chapter, some of you guys might be like, how do I get the spear? Well, like, what you need to do is that you need to defeat all of the captains, and these captains are like bosses, okay? I'm pretty sure there's like a dragon on one of the islands, and I'm pretty sure if you go to this area and you turn right and you keep going straight, there should be like another boss right there. So like there's two captains, so like that might be like two captains that might be like hard to find. And also, oh shit, I think he should be in this area. I'm gonna just show it on screen, but I just think that's like two of the captains, and you should be able to get the spear. You just need to talk to this guy, and you should have it, I'm pretty sure.
Thank you for bringing them back.
has ended. When I left home young, I too saw myself as destined. But look at me. And the destiny of those who followed my cause. Take this. I don't need it anymore.